Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of our favorite guitar riff masters of all time. It's day 12. We are celebrating our favorite guitar players who churned out and cranked out the awesome riffs, the memorable riffs, the ones that's the thing you really remember the most about the song. Maybe the chorus is great too. Maybe the vocals are outstanding too. But it's all about that riff that pulls you in. Generally speaking, around the beginning of the song, and oftentimes it's repeated throughout the songs. And man, you can't get that riff out of your head ever. It sticks with you for years and years and years. So we're looking back. We got 30 days here in the month of April. Here in 2023, I have picked out my 30 favorite riff masters. Hopefully you have as well. And each and every day, we're going to be giving our 3 favorite riffs from that particular player. So today, obviously, you know who it is, right? He's right there. One of the most important members always of Queen, the guitar riff master himself, Mr. Brian May. Holy cow, so many great riffs from this guy. You know, playing, of course, that put together homemade guitar that him and his dad made, that the Red Beauty, whatever he calls it. I know he's got like a nickname for it. One of the most distinguishable guitars for any one person ever. You know, you got Michael Schenker plays a V. Right, you got Richie Blackmore plays a Strat, Tony Iommi plays an SG. Well, Brian May plays that Red Special, whatever it is, the homemade guitar. Nothing sounds like it. Nothing sounds like him. He plays, instead of a pick, he uses a coin, right? Whatever one of the British coins are, the sixpence, I don't know, whatever it's called. Unmistakable tone. Great lead player. So original sounding. And his riffs are just absolutely crushing. He has always given the kind of heft to all of the Queen songs throughout the years. And with those big, tremendous heavy metal riffs, right? He could play gorgeous too when he wants to, but man, he always brings the heavy, at least a handful of songs on every Queen album, at least the early ones especially. So today, again, picking out 3 riffs from Brian May, really, really tough. But after kind of going over a whole list of them, I think I've kind of centered on my 3 favorites, or at least favorites as of today, right? So first we're going to go to the debut album, Queen. A lot of choices here, but ultimately I have to go with my favorite Brian May riff of all time. You know, I want you to be a woman. Dun, 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 dun. Son and daughter, that's right. It's mainly just a little blues progression, but holy cow, it's so heavy and crushing. Son and Daughter just has slayed me since the first time I heard it. Just absolutely love it. Immense Brian May riff on this particular one. There's other ones you can pick from this debut album, right, because it's chock full of them. But that's the one I went with. Next up, we're going to go with perhaps the first speed metal song of all time. From the Sheer Heart Attack album, of course, I'm talking about Stone Cold Crazy, you know, I would say, without even thinking much about it, like the origins of speed metal and thrash, you know, definitely go back to Stone Cold Crazy, as well as some of those early Budgie songs. You know, we talked about Bread Fan, you know, Crash Course and Brain Surgery and stuff like that. Even Sabbath was doing a little bit, you know, especially on the Sabotage album, right? So that's kind of where, like, speed metal and thrash, really, when you go back, that's where the origins lie. But yeah, Stone Cold Crazy, so crushingly heavy. Absolutely love it. So, and then coming up with number 3 was really difficult because I had like a whole host of them that I was contemplating here, and I'm like, and at the last minute, kind of last night before I went to bed, because usually what I do is I contemplate what my 3 are going to be then before I go to sleep, the night before I'm scheduled to air one of these, and that's usually when I sit down. I'm like, all right, now I've got this whole list. Which are the 3? I don't sleep on it. I just basically say these are the 3 I'm going to go with. So it was like, I don't know, 10:30 last night, and I was like, all right. So I had like 8 of them, and I'm like, all right. So which one am I going to do? Which one am I going to do? And I'm, you know, ultimately I went to the jazz album for a great song called Dead on Time, which is so heavy, one of their heaviest songs, and it's an amazing riff because it's just kind of like, you know, we were talking about with Van Halen yesterday. Some of those riffs are just this kind of like cavalcade of all this cool stuff, and this one, you know, starts off great in the beginning, and he repeats that throughout the whole song. You know, Freddie comes in, sings, and he's saying, and it's just absolutely face melting stuff. I mean, Brian May can shred, ladies and gentlemen. And he shreds not only on the riff, but throughout that song with the leads too. It's just Dead on Time is so heavy. Just absolutely love it. I mean, there's plenty of other heavy ones on this album too. I always think Jazz is one of the most underrated of all the Queen albums, but yeah, there's so many other ones, right? I mean, Tie Your Mother Down and Liar and Hammer to Fall and One Vision and Ogre Battle. Ogre Battle was originally in my top 3, just so you all know. I love Ogre Battle, but there's so many good ones. But Dead on Time, I couldn't ignore Dead on Time. It's just so good. So, so Brian May, one of the great riff masters of all time. And if you are a fan of Mr. Brian May, you want to play along to my pick, please list your 3 favorite riffs from Brian May in the comments below. But more importantly, let's hear your player for today and your 3 favorite riffs. Let's keep it going. We're not quite halfway through the month yet, right? We're almost there, so we got plenty of time to go. I've got a long list of players that I can't wait to talk about, so each and every day. This is fun for me because I love talking about guitar players and riffs and all that sort of thing. So, whether the vast majority of our folks watching the channel care about this sort of thing. Obviously, you can tell by the views every day, not that much, but that's okay because I don't care because this is fun for me. So, and I know I have a bunch of people who watch who definitely are into this. So, and just so you know, we are going to do in a couple of months, probably sometime over the summer, I'm going to do a month dedicated to our favorite lead guitar players, right? So those guys who we're talking about the guys, and we're going to have some crossover, right? But these are the guys who are just my favorite riff guys. But we're going to do another month where I'm going to talk about my favorite lead guitar players and my 3 favorite solos from each of them. And I'm not going to try and mouth the solos, but yeah, that because that'll be interesting because there's going to be players who I love to death who are not going to show up on this particular series, but will show up there. And there are going to be guys who we have mentioned here who will also show up on that. But then instead of riffs, we're going to try and figure out our favorite solos from them and which songs they come from. So that's coming up in a couple of months. We're going to do a couple other things over the next few months, but then we'll return back to that, like I said, probably sometime late summer, maybe July or August, something like that. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, hope you're enjoying playing along to this month so far. Stay tuned tomorrow for another. We got day 13 coming up tomorrow. Another great Riff-Master happening at you. So between now and then, visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on the notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we've got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations as well as our merch page. So thank you in advance for all that. And we'll see you real soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching. Tune in. We got tomorrow coming up. We got the Monsters Den. It's one of those weeks where we're going to talk about some of the films we've been watching lately and films we've been buying, that sort of thing. So it's kind of like a very loose topic, no topic really. We try to do those like at least once every month and a half or so we can kind of get a feel for some of the stuff we're watching in our free time before we get back to like the assignment type episode where we're actually talking about something very, very specific in horror, sci-fi, fantasy. So yeah, that's coming up on Thursday, also Friday at the morning at the Funhouse with Martin Popoff, and then we've got over the weekend we've got ranking the albums. I will be ranking the catalog of the great California prog band Enchant. So that's coming up this weekend. So thanks for watching, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. Stay tuned for more stuff, and have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.